Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Much blessings and salutations to you, sincere brothers and sisters. I gotta, hopefully, this will be a quick lesson, real quick, in the spirit. So we're just gonna kick it off with Second Esdras 14 and 13. Now, therefore, set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. And that's why we edify and we're teaching. That's exactly what we're doing. Reproving our people, correcting them, correcting ourselves, rebuking ourselves and others, edifying ourselves and others. Getting your house in order means, you're tightening up your walk in this faith, you know. And then it says, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. All right, so before we get any further into this lesson, call Lilam Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the sincere elders and honors to the sincere brothers pushing this truth across the four corners. And I pray this is an edifying lesson. So as we looked at, we got to get our house in order, reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble. The Holy Spirit is the comforter, so we edify with these scriptures, man, because, we all stumble and fall short of the glory of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. So we're all going to have a certain level of uneasiness. We're going to have a lot of fear and uncertainty in this walk just because, we've transgressed the laws. Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. So yeah, we transgress. Sometimes we fall victims to the flesh. Sometimes we say things that we shouldn't say. Sometimes we do things that we shouldn't do. Now there's certain extremes. There's certain extremes of things. But nonetheless, we're imperfect beings and we're severely flawed. And that's why, we need Yahweh Shai, and that's why he shed his blood for us on the cross, on that tree. All right. So, Salakia. I'm going to go to Genesis chapter 3. And I'm going to pick up at verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh had made, Yahweh Shai had made, and he said unto the woman, yeah, hath the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree in the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High has said, ye shall not eat of it. Neither shall you touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, you not surely die. So the serpent is the heathen. And the heathen lied to the woman, to Eve. All right. For the Most High does know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. All right. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, right? That knowledge, that wisdom, and that understanding of the dark side. All right. It was good for food for her. She lusted after it. It would give her something that Adam didn't know. It would exalt her above man. Okay, so she desired this. She was lied to thinking that she wouldn't die and she'll be as God, as a God. So essentially she was attempting to exalt herself not only over Adam, but over the Lord. And that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise. She took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So she became a teacher, teaching him wickedness and darkness. Okay? She became a witch. And the eyes of them were both open, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of the Lord, Yahweh, walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves in the presence of the Lord Yahweh amongst the trees in the garden. So now they're, you know what I'm saying, they're hiding themselves amongst the population, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what these trees symbolize. And the Lord Yahweh called unto Adam, said unto him, Where art thou? You know, and another thing about hiding yourself in the trees of the garden, man, our people are doing that now, man, in these different nations. You know, that's why the scripture say in Jeremiah 10:2, man, learn not the way of the heathen. Eve learned the way of the heathen, then taught the way of the heathen, and then they hid themselves in the heathen and did as the heathen. And the Lord Yahweh called unto Adam and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden. I was afraid because I was naked and I hid myself. He was naked, man. He was wicked. He was in sin. We're naked. We are in sin. And I hid myself because he's ashamed. He falls short of the glory. And he said, Who told thee that thou was naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou should not eat? And the man said, The woman whom thou gavest to be with me gave me of the tree, and I did eat. See, so he essentially had been he demoted himself to be a beta male and to let a woman lead him and teach him. He didn't lay the smack down and correct her in her wickedness. He was going along to get along. And the Lord Yahweh said unto the woman, What is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. No sorrow. See that? She shifted the blame, and that's what Eve does. She does what she wants to do, and she's a blame shifter. She has no accountability for her actions. All right? Where's the apologies at? Okay? This is very important to understand, man, that these actions that happen in Genesis chapter 3 are intertwined in our genetic fabric, man. And that's why these law, statutes, and commandments, you know, set things in a proper context and order. And we have to follow that context and order whether we like it or not. Matter of fact, it don't matter what we like or not. We should love it. If it's in these scriptures, man, we should be 1,000,000% about it. 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 1. Now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. So the truth, when we edify in truth and power and righteousness and austerity, man, that's edification, which is good for you, man, like eating the organic fruit. All right, but knowledge puffeth up, man. And that's what happened, man. Eve was puffed up by just the idea of having knowledge. This is why women are not fit to teach, man, unless they're teaching women. But they still need to be dealing with a brother, man. And, you know, in this day and age, stuff is so wicked, man, that women aren't married. You know, they're not evenly yoked. You know, but and that's by the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because we're all dealing with these D28s, man. Everything is out of whack. But really the way it should be is, you know, every woman, man, once they reach, you know, 12, 13, 14, they should be married, man, to the man that, you know, took their virginity, basically, man. You know. But nonetheless, man, a woman needs to be dealing with a man, you know, in this truth. You can't learn from women. 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. Let all things be done decently and in order. So there's file and rank, man. There's a way to do things the right way. There's a way to do things the wrong way. These Christian churches, you know, they got these that Edomite witch, Joyce Myers, these female preachers and different things. That's wickedness, man. And people hate correction and instruction. I'm gonna go to Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 5. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. See, these people love hearing rap music, R&B music, beats, right? But they hate this truth, man. Matter of fact, people people want to try to put the truth on the beats of the music. They want to try to merge what the foolish like to hear with what the wise like to hear, which is the truth. And it don't work, man. Truth music, to each his own. It's not nothing wrong with it per se. But, just the process of a brother thinking that he can spend all his time trying to craft a song and squeezing some truth in it, that's not going to work, man. The Lord told us how to push this truth, man. And these jakes want to try to rap. They just want to do what they want to do. So it's better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear a song of fools. The real song is this truth, whether it's a rebuke, instruction, or whatever. Verse 9, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. See, a lot of people, man, when they hear the rebukes, man, they get angry. When they hear the reproofs and the corrections, they get angry. Because the world's taught them to behave like a brute beast, to hate correction, to hate the truth. To look at the teachers of these scriptures like just niggas. Verse 12, for wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. All right, so these wisdom and money can help you a lot. Knowing not to cross the street when there's traffic going is wisdom. A baby doesn't have wisdom. A 3-year-old will cross that street with traffic, man, and get mowed down. Money is a defense, man. You get yourself in a tight situation, you need some help, man. If you have money, you can fix your situation, man. Due to the D28s, man, both of these are actually hard to come by. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. So we should strive to have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man, because that's how you're going to have life. Isaiah 33 and 6. Salakia. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. So as shit's hitting the fan and getting crazier and crazier, man, wisdom and knowledge is the stability. And how are you sisters going to get wisdom and knowledge? From brothers, man. From the sincere brothers, man, the apostles. For wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, man. The fear of the Lord is our treasure. And we're teaching the fear of the Lord. Are we perfect? No. Do we want to be perfect? You bet your bottom dollar, brother. Can we be perfect in this world? No. The more you try, the more you're going to go off, man. It's like, look, man, we're not in control of our lives, man. The Lord guides the steps of every man, every bug, every flap of every wing on every insect, every rotation of every atom is intricately guided by Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash, man. We're in a prescripted reality, man. We're just going along for the ride. And that's a sobering thing. And all we can do is pray that the Lord has mercy on us, man. And that's a secret to reality right there, man. That's what we live in the matrix. Wisdom and stability is how we get through these things, man, through faith. knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the oil and the wine, the breath that was breathed upon us, pursuing of Ezekiel 37. Amos 3:7. Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he reveal his secret unto his servants, the prophets. He's not gonna do anything under the sun, man, until it's revealed to us, man. And then he will do that thing. Because he's all about light. He's all about teaching. The Lord is the ultimate prophet. He is the ultimate apostle. It's quantum. It's quantum understanding. It truly is. And quantum understanding means that you understand the deepness, the intricacies of the infinite microcosm and macrocosms of anything. All right, so this is Ecclesiastes 7:20. For there is not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not. So even a just man sins. All right. Now we can go to verse 26. This is written by King Solomon, which was a previous lifetime of Malak Shah Malachiam Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. All right. And he's referred to as the preacher. This is Ecclesiastes 7:26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets. And women will lay traps on you, man. They got those big, juicy tits, whatever size they are. That ass, that vagine, those pretty looks, the soft skin, the voice, her touch. Man, Jake lose his mind over Eve, man. Jake will full simp out over Eve, man. Jake will murk and backdoor his own bro over Eve, man. He'll sell his soul to get the things that get the women. Some serious stuff, man. And the Lord designed this. The Lord designed the woman, man. And I find more bitter than death the woman. And you look at the word woman, man, you have woe, destruction, and man. Women are the destruction of man. Whoa, man. Whoa, we didn't ask you that. Inside joke. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth Yahweh Shai shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her, man. And the ultimate woman, man, is Mystery Babylon, essentially, in the spirit. But these women, man, will cause a brother to go off and veer so far to the left-hand side, the dark side, the Sith side. He can never come back, man. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account. All right, so he's doing a test and an observation scientifically on humanity, man. Which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. So there's a 1 out of 1,000 ratio of righteousness to wicked men, but out of women, it's 0 out of 1,000, man. All right. It's 0 out of 1,000. And that's a sobering stat, because women have been set up in this Edomite kingdom to think they're superior, to think they're better, to think that they're, equal. But this is the equalizer, man. Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, and a third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire and refine them as silver is refined, going through tribulations, going through some dangerous times, narrowly surviving. And will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, And I will hear them. What is the Lord's name? Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai. And I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power, man. All right, so it's gonna get real bad, man. And in these times, women are gonna realize that they need men. They're gonna realize that real fast. What do they know about camping? What do they know about survival? How are they gonna protect themselves when society's collapsed? You got police officers resigning. You got police departments resigning. You got them saying they're not gonna be able to respond to certain crimes or any crime at all. This is the Dark Knight, man. That's what the Dark Knight was all about. Shit's hitting the fan, man. World War III, famines, calamities. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, what is that day? The same day that's talked about in Jeremiah 37-11 that none of these camps want to address, proving that, King David is alive. Well, some of these camps, rather. That day is Jacob's trouble. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So, a reproach, man, is where you're rebukable. It's when you are unsavory, unsatisfactory. You're not worthy of respect. You're looked at as a whore. You see that? And these women are going to realize more and more when things get crazier, Because as things get crazier, things literally get crazier, man. All right, Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All right. I'm looking for a quick precept real quick. Just bear with me for a second. Here we are. Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. It's a cold world out here, and it's about to get icy hot, man. And men are gonna be raping and kidnapping, and it's gonna be cannibalism, and it's gonna be barbaric, demonic activity like never before, man. And women are gonna be scared out of their minds, man. Their teeth are gonna sound like you're rolling the dice, man. Men's teeth are gonna sound like they're rolling the dice. So these are the scenarios, man. A woman's gonna be humble, man. This is the equalizer, man. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach, man. These women are just gonna want to be yoked to a brother, man. In this truth, man. Just be considered a wife. All that selfishness is gonna go out the window, man. That Edomite singularity, man. We're kings, man. You know what I'm saying? We were never meant to just have one woman, man. It's not even physiologically acceptable, man. Our testosterone, the amount of semen we produce, we're meant to make kids around the clock, man, and repopulate whole worlds, which we will, because the Lord has many mansions waiting for us. All right, so I'm gonna get Isaiah 32. 9-13. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. So these women are comfortable in this world, man. Cause all these amenities, man. You got the taxpayer affords you to have law enforcement, so you can walk around here in spandex with your ass cheeks clapping and your nipples poking out. And you have the confidence to walk in front of any man you want. But when shit is the fan, he's snatching that ass up, man. He's going to put you on a chain. He's going to make you a sex slave and pimp you out for food and amenities. So you guys are at ease, man, because of the luxuries of Egypt. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. You guys are careless, man. You guys don't consider the real reality. You guys only focus on the fake world that Esau put in front of you, which is the matrix. You think it's sweet when it's sour. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. You know, it's going to be famines, man. It's going to be utter sheer terror. You know, you're not going to be able to have tampons with wings or maxi pads or, you know, douche showers. Man, it's about to get archaic out here, man. It's about to get ancient. And it's going to take real men to carry the load in these days, man. The men that, Salakia, the anointed men of the Lord, rather. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled. So the Lord's saying, be scared now and humble yourselves down so that you can learn. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and girt sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Man, you guys aren't going to be able to have children like you used to, and your children are going to be going through hell. You're going to be going through hell. You know, the men are going to be going through hell. And we're literally at the last doorstep, man. Actually, the doorbell has rang once. That's how close we are to shit hitting the fan. The doorbell has, we're not at the door no more. The doorbell has rang once. You know, so while the daughters at ease, the scriptures, you know, through the Holy Spirit, man, and the Lord, you know, is telling you to be deathly afraid, man. Deathly afraid. Because this is real, man, and it's here. Let me get Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, man. These heathens, man, they're like children to the Hebrew compared to Hebrew Israelites, man. Especially the Edomites, the red man, the so-called white man, the devil the Bible speaks of. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. This is the world that Esau set up, man. No other nation in the world, man, set up women to rule over men except for the Edomites, man, the Grecians and the Romans. It's wickedness, man. You know, it's utter wickedness. So you guys are at ease. You guys think you have power. You guys think you have status. And when this thing collapses, man, woe unto the wicked. It shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. The Lord standeth up to plead, and standeth to judge the people, man. Plead, man. This is coming to kick ass, man. This is not a time of skullduggery. This is not a time of malarkey and playing grab ass, man. We in some serious times, man. Judgment time. And people are running. People think that they can ignore it, forbear it, close their ears, fan their hands, and it's gonna go away. Nah, man, people are gonna be utterly destroyed, man. That's what it talks about in Proverbs, chapter 1. Know this also. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. Know this also, that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than the lovers of Yahweh Yahushai, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. From such turn away, man. It's talking about the modern times, man, the ways of the world as we've been born in, man. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth, because women are simple minded, man. They see the outside appearances or whatever. Oh, I like his voice. I like his eyes. I like his suit. I like his lifestyle. I like this church. Everything but just dealing with the spirit of discernment. And they go into all. That's why you see all these wicked, fake, false churches, man. It's nothing but women in there. And now it's an openly gay type of atmosphere where the kids get touched on. And this is what happens when you set up women over men. You know, you get a nation of homosexuals and murderers. You know, you have a race of babies that hate the ladies, to quote the sellout false prophet Tupac. But, you know, the phrase makes sense. You know? And this is where we're at right now, man. Let me get Daniel 12:1. And at that time Michael shall stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, man. So we're protected by Michael on the right hand side. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Man, those that are written in the book are those that are left. Those that are being left behind is a good thing. The Christians in the movies, they got it wrong. And being written in the book is talking about the 1/3, man, pursuing of Revelations chapter 7. All right. So we're going to go to Luke. We're going to get Luke 17. Verse 33. Well, hey, actually, you know what? Let's start at 30. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Remember Lot's wife, you know, so we need to be looking forward and focusing on this truth and not focusing on this world and having cares of this world, because she got turned into a pillar of salt. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. So those worldly people, they're done. Those people that are following the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth, they're going to preserve their lives. I tell you, in that night there shall be 2 men in one bed, and one shall be taken, and the other shall be left. 2 women shall be grinding together, the one shall be taken, the other left. This is not talking about homosexuality, man. This is talking about families and such, man. This is talking about people, you know, in a situation where they're surviving together. Meager environments. 2 women shall be grinding together, the one shall be taken, the other left. You want to be the one that's left. The one that's taken is killed. To be taken means you were slaughtered and killed. 2 men shall be in the field, one shall be taken, the other left. All right, so we're going to close out. We're going to get second Esdras. We're going to bring out second Esdras 13. And we're going to pick up at verse 16. For as I conceive in mine understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind. So those that are taken are the ones that are not left behind. Much more woe, much more destruction to them, because you're killed, you're dead, you're slaughtered, you're kaput. For they that were not left were in heaviness. You know, they couldn't handle. That's the 2/3. They can't handle what's going on. Now understand, they didn't have the knowledge and wisdom to be the stability of thy times. Now understand, the things that are laid up in the latter days, which shall happen unto them, and to those that are left behind. All right, so people that are left behind are those that are alive. Therefore are they come into great perils and many necessities, like as these dreams declare. Yet is it easier for them that is in danger to come into these things than to pass away as a cloud out of the world, and not to see the things that happen in the last days. And he answered unto me and said, the interpretation of the vision shall I show thee, and I will open unto thee the thing that thou hast required. So this is a sure shot, man. This is coming, and it's these prophecies are just as real as that air that you're breathing between your nostrils, man. Verse 22, he that shall endure the peril in that time hath kept himself. All right, so those are those that are in the truth, the 1/3. They that be fallen into danger are such as have works and faith toward the Almighty. So it's still going to be bad. It's still going to be insane, for those that have faith and works. Know this, therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed than they that be dead, because to be dead is to be taken. So you see that rapture doctrine is really about you being killed or dying in these days. And they're reversing it, and then they made up their own little folklore, man, their own little wives' tale. This is the meaning of the vision, whereas thou sawest a man coming up from the midst of the sea. The same is he whom the power, the highest, hath kept a great season, which by his own self shall deliver his creature, and he shall order them that are left behind. So the Lord's going to redeem and save those that survive and are left behind. All right, and because we're his creature. So with that being said, I pray you're edified. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Yeah, and another thing, yeah. So sisters, be in order, man. The talking, the back talking, the debates, the attitudes and all that. You might want to practice that now, because you don't want to be in a position where no man wants to deal with you. Because you might get taken. Shalom.